Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy Talk English Podcast. What if I told you that the biggest obstacle between you and your dream isn't your education, it isn't your bank account, and it isn't your luck? It's something much smaller, but much more powerful. It's the way you think. Every single day, thousands of people give up before they even try. Not because they are weak, but because they secretly believe, I'm not good enough. Today, we're going to change that. Because in the next few minutes, you'll discover ideas from one of the world's most famous success books, The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. And while you learn these powerful life lessons, Lesson 1, believe you can succeed, and you will be much closer to success. David Schwartz starts his book with one powerful message. Believe you can succeed, and you will be much closer to success. This sounds simple, but don't underestimate it. Many people never achieve their dreams because they lose the battle inside their own minds before they even begin. The author says, your mind works like a faithful servant. Whatever you tell it, it starts looking for proof. If you tell yourself, I can't do this, your brain immediately begins collecting reasons why you're right. But if you say, I can learn this, your brain starts searching for solutions instead of excuses. That is the real magic. Not magic like a fairy tale, but the incredible power of your own thinking. Useful vocabulary. Now, let's imagine a simple situation. Two students decide to learn English. Both age, both have the same internet connection, both watch the same videos, both have the same amount of time. But after 1 year, their results are completely different. Why? The first student says, "My terrible. I'll never become fluent." Every ache makes him want to quit. Every difficult word, another excuse. Now look at the second student. She says, I'm not fluent yet. I know I can improve every day. She also forgets vocabulary, also feels nervous, but she keeps going. 1 year, she speaks confidently. What changed? Intelligence, not money, not talent. Only one thing, belief. Let's make it even simpler. Imagine two seeds planted in the same garden. One seed receives sunlight, water, and care. The other receives almost nothing. Which one grows into a strong tree? Of course, the first one. Your thoughts are exactly like that water. Positive thoughts help your confidence grow. Negative thoughts slowly stop your growth before it even starts. So every day, you are watering your future with the thoughts you choose. Real life example. Think about someone who wants to start a small business. Before opening the business, he keeps saying, nobody will buy my product. I'm probably going to fail. Because of these thoughts, he never opens the business. Years later, someone else opens the exact same idea, works hard, improves little by little, and becomes successful. The difference wasn't the idea. The difference was the decision to believe. Lesson 2. Cure yourself of excuse-itis. Many people actually believe they want success, yet they never achieve it. Why? Because every time an opportunity appears, they find a reason not to take it. David J. Schwartz calls this disease excuse-itis. It isn't a real medical disease. It's a mental disease. And according to the author, it is one of the biggest reasons people never reach their full potential. What is excuse-itis? The word excuse means a reason you give for not doing something. Sometimes excuses are real, but most of the time, they become comfortable places where our dreams slowly disappear. The author says successful people don't have fewer problems. They simply make fewer excuses. That is a very important difference. Useful vocabulary. Excuse. An excuse is a reason you give for not doing something. For example, I didn't exercise because I was too busy. Sometimes that's true. But if you say it every day, it becomes an excuse instead of a reason. Remember this word, excuse. Because today, we're going to stop letting excuses control our future.
Excuse number 1. I'm not smart enough. This is one of the most common excuses in the world. People believe successful people have extraordinary intelligence. But David Schwartz disagrees. He says success depends much more on your attitude than your IQ. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who wasn't the smartest person, but still became successful? Probably yes. Why? Because they kept learning. They kept asking questions. They kept trying. Knowledge grows. But if you stop believing in yourself, your growth also stops.
Excuse number 2. I'm too old or too young. Some people think, I'm only 20. Nobody will take me seriously. Others think, I'm already 50. It's too late. David Schwartz says both people are making the same mistake. They are focusing on age instead of action. Success doesn't ask your age. It asks what you're willing to do today. Imagine this. A 22-year-old spends 5 years learning valuable skills. At age 27, he has built an amazing career. Now imagine another person who spends those same 5 years saying, maybe next year. At age 27, nothing has changed. The years passed anyway. The only difference was the decision to act.
Excuse number 3. I don't have enough time. This excuse sounds very believable. We're all busy. School, work, family, responsibilities. But the author reminds us of something powerful. Every person on Earth receives exactly the same 24 hours each day. The difference isn't the amount of time. The difference is how we use it. English Learning Connection. Many learners say, I don't have time to learn English. But then they spend 1 hour scrolling through social media. Imagine using just 15 minutes every day for English, listening to one podcast, learning 5 new words, reading 1 short article. 15 minutes may not seem like much, but after 1 year, those small moments become hundreds of hours of practice. Small daily actions create big results.
Lesson 3. Build confidence and destroy fear. Stop making excuses. Now, let's talk about something almost everyone struggles with. Fear. Fear is invisible. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it can stop you from chasing your biggest dreams. David J. Schwartz says something very powerful. Fear creates failure. Not because fear is stronger than you, but because fear stops you from taking action. And without action, nothing changes. What is confidence? Many people think confidence is something you're born with. But according to this book, confidence is a skill, and every skill can be learned. Confidence is not thinking, I will never fail. Confidence is saying, even if I fail, I will learn and try again. That small difference changes everything.
Useful vocabulary. Confidence. Confidence means believing in yourself and your abilities. For example, she spoke with confidence during the interview. Confidence doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you trust yourself enough to keep moving forward. Remember this word, confidence, because confidence grows every time you take action. Fear grows when you wait. Imagine you have to give a presentation tomorrow. Today, you keep thinking, what if I forget my words? What if people laugh? What if I fail? The more you think, the bigger your fear becomes. Now imagine something different. Instead of worrying, you spend 30 minutes practicing. Then you practice again, and one more time. Will you still feel nervous? Maybe, but you'll feel much more prepared. Action always makes fear smaller.
waiting always makes fear bigger. Real life story. Imagine a young man named Daniel. He dreamed of starting his own YouTube channel. He had good ideas. He had a decent microphone. He had enough free time. But every day he told himself, maybe next week. My videos aren't good enough. People won't watch me. Months passed. Nothing happened. Then, one evening, he uploaded his very first video. It wasn't perfect. The audio wasn't amazing. The editing wasn't professional. The video received only a few views. But something important happened. He realized the world didn't end, so he made another video. Then another. After 1 year, his channel had thousands of subscribers. Success didn't begin with a perfect video. It began with one imperfect action.
Lesson 4. Think big. Now we arrive at one of the most famous ideas in the magic of thinking big. This idea is so important that it inspired the title of the entire book, Think Big. David Schwartz believes that your success is not determined by the size of your intelligence. It is determined by the size of your thinking. In other words, your life usually grows to the size of your vision. What does think big mean? Many people misunderstand this idea. Thinking big does not mean dreaming without working. It does not mean believing success will happen overnight. Thinking big means refusing to place unnecessary limits on yourself. It means asking, what's the biggest positive result I can create? Instead of, what's the safest thing I can do? Useful vocabulary. Vision. Vision means a clear picture of the future you want to create. For example, she has a vision of becoming an international business owner. A vision gives direction. Without a vision, it's easy to lose motivation. Remember this word, vision, because every great achievement begins with a clear vision. Small thinking versus big thinking. Let's compare two people. The first person says, maybe I can earn enough money just to survive. The second person says, I want to build something that helps thousands of people. Who will work harder? Who will learn more skills? Who will overcome more obstacles? Usually, the person with the bigger vision. Why? Because a bigger dream creates bigger motivation. Imagine this. Imagine two builders. Both receive the same amount of bricks. The first builder wants to build a small wall. The second builder wants to build a beautiful house. They both start with the same materials. But because their goals are different, their plans become different. Their effort becomes different. Their results become different. Life works in the same way. Your vision shapes your actions, and your actions shape your future. Think bigger about yourself. Sometimes the biggest limits don't come from other people. They come from the words we repeat to ourselves. I'm just an ordinary person. People like me never become successful. Someone else can do it, but not me. David Schwartz encourages us to replace these thoughts with stronger ones. Instead of saying, I'm just average, say, I am learning. I am growing. I am becoming better every day. Your mind listens carefully to the conversations you have with yourself. So make those conversations encouraging, not discouraging. English learning connection. Let's connect this lesson to your English journey. Many learners set very small goals. I only want to memorize a few words. I only want to understand simple sentences. Those are good beginnings. But don't stop there. Think bigger. Imagine yourself speaking English confidently in a job interview. Imagine traveling to another country without fear. Imagine making international friends. Imagine working with clients from around the world. The bigger your vision, the stronger your reason to keep learning. And when your reason is strong, your discipline becomes stronger too. Lesson 5. How to think creatively and find solutions. Now let's explore another life-changing idea, creative thinking. Many people believe creativity is a special gift. They think only artists, inventors, or famous entrepreneurs are creative. But David J. Schwartz has a different opinion. He says,
Everyone can become more creative because creativity is not about being born different. It's about learning to think differently. What is creative thinking? Creative thinking means finding new and better ways to solve problems. Instead of asking, why won't this work? Creative people ask, how can I make this work? That small change in thinking creates completely different results. Problems don't disappear, but your ability to solve them becomes stronger. Useful vocabulary. Creative. Creative means producing new ideas or finding new ways to solve problems. For example, she found a creative solution to the problem. Remember, being creative doesn't mean being perfect. It means being open to new possibilities. Successful people focus on solutions. Imagine 2 employees. Their company suddenly loses an important customer. The first employee says, "This is terrible. There's nothing we can do." The second employee says, "Let's find 3 new customers. Let's improve our service. Let's learn from this mistake." Both people face the same problem, but only one looked for solutions. David Schwartz says successful people train their minds to become solution finders, not problem collectors. That is a powerful habit. Imagine this. Imagine you're driving on a road. Suddenly, the road is closed. You have 2 choices. You can stop your car forever, or you can find another road. Life works the same way. Sometimes your first plan won't work. That doesn't mean your dream is impossible. It simply means it's time to find another path. Final summary. Now, my friends, before we finish, let's remember everything we've learned from the magic of thinking big. Lesson 1. Believe you can succeed. Every great achievement begins with belief. If you don't believe in yourself, it's difficult for anyone else to believe in you. Lesson 2. Stop making excuses. Excuses protect your comfort, but they also limit your future. Replace every excuse with a solution. Lesson 3. Build confidence through action. Fear becomes smaller when you act. Confidence grows every time you take one more step forward. Lesson 4. Think big. Your vision shapes your future. Never let small thinking create a small life. Dream bigger, work bigger, become bigger. Lesson 5. Develop creative thinking. Successful people don't focus on obstacles. They focus on opportunities. Every problem contains a possible solution. So, my friends, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this episode helped you in 2 different ways. First, I hope you discovered the timeless lessons from the magic of thinking big. And second, I hope you improved your English listening, learned new vocabulary, and became a little more confident with the language. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Easy Talk English Podcast, and share it with a friend who wants to improve both their English and their life. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, keep thinking big, and keep becoming the best version of yourself. Bye for now.